Today we will start periodic table lesson 4, and before going to lesson 4, here we have the picture of the long form of periodic table. Here we have 7 period 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and here we have 18 groups, and in the below we have lanthanides and actinides. Welcome students, lesson 4 of periodic table. We will start with atomic size or atomic radius. Now these are diagram atomic structure. This is the nucleus, this is one shell, and this is the second one. We can call this one is the K shell and this is the L shell. And what is basically atomic size or atomic radius? That is the distance between the center of the nucleus of an atom and its outermost orbit or shell. That is atomic size or atomic radius. Now we should remember two things. One is the relation between angstrom and meter, and the relation between picometer and meter. 1 angstrom is 10 to the power of 10 meter and 1 picometer is 10 to the power of minus 12 meter. Now this atomic size or atomic radius depends on two things. One is the number of shell and another one is the nuclear charge. Now X, I have determined atomic size or atomic radius with the letter X, number of shells with the letter Y, and nuclear charge with the letter Z. These are not universal convention of writing number of shells with Y or nuclear charge with Z or atomic size with X. We are just writing this for better understanding of the subject. Now if I increase Y means the number of shells. If the number of shells increases, what will happen? The atomic radius increases. So down a group, if I move down a group, what will happen? The number of shells will increase, and as because the number of shells are increasing, the atomic radius or the atomic size is increasing. Now regarding nuclear charge, which I had determined with the letter Z. Now if I increase Z, that means the nuclear charge, if it increases. Now what is the basically nuclear charge? Nuclear charge is basically the number of proton within the nucleus, which is equal to the number of electron outside the nucleus. So more number of proton is more nuclear charge, less number of proton means less nuclear charge. So if Z is more, that means nuclear charge increases. What will happen? X, that means atomic radius, that will decrease. So across the period this is happening. What is happening? If nuclear charge is increasing, then the atomic size or the atomic radius is decreasing. Only exception is there in the case of inert gas. What will happen? Now these are the electronic configuration of inert gas, neon and argon. Now their octet are complete, that means outermost shell is having 8 electrons. Now if the octet are complete, that means more number of protons within the nucleus and more number of electrons outside the nucleus. And what will happen? Due to maximum number of electrons in the outermost orbit, the electronic repulsion is maximum, and as because the electronic repulsion is maximum, the size of the atom of the inert gas is bigger. Now the next concept is metallic character. I am determining metallic character with the letter P, atomic size with the letter X, and nuclear charge with the letter Z. Same as the above, metallic character depends on two things, atomic size and nuclear charge. And if X increases, that means atomic size increases, what will happen? The metallic character, it also increases. And so down a group, what will happen? The atomic size is increasing down a group, so the metallic character is increasing down a group. And what happens across a period? The nuclear charge, if the nuclear charge increases, what will happen? The metallic character, it decreases. So across a period, what will happen? As because the nuclear charge is increasing, the metallic character is decreasing. Now what is basically metallic character? Now metallic character, now I have two examples. For example, sodium and magnesium, these are two metals. Now what is basically metallic character? Now some element, they have a tendency to lose their valence electrons. Valence electrons means the electrons in the outermost shell to form a positive ion. For example, Na, it loses 1 electron to form Na plus. Mg loses 2 electron to form Mg plus plus, and they are considered as metals. Now the third concept, non-metallic character. Now non-metallic character is represented by the letter Q. Now what is basically non-metallic character? Now non-metallic character, some elements, they have a tendency to gain electron in order to attain that octet or 8 electrons in the outermost shell. So those elements are known as non-metals. For example, chlorine, if it gain 1 electron, it becomes Cl minus. Oxygen, if it gains 2 electron, it becomes O2 minus. So here Q represents non-metallic character, X as usual number of X is atomic size or radius, and Z is nuclear charge. So non-metallic character depends on two things. One is atomic size, another one is nuclear charge. So if X increases, that means the atomic size increases. What will happen? The non-metallic character decreases. So this happens down a group. And if here Z increases, Z means what? Z is nuclear charge. That means the number of proton within the nucleus. If that increases, what will happen? The non-metallic character that increases. So across the period this happens. Now here I have the example of third period. In the third period we have 8 elements. They are sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur and chlorine. Now here I have written all the oxides of those elements. Here Na2O, MgO, those are basically basic oxide. Al2O3 is the amphoteric oxide, and the last 4, SiO2, P2O5, SO3 and Cl2O7, they are acidic oxide. So what happens across the period? If I move from left to right across the period, the basic nature goes on decreasing and the acidic nature goes on increasing. And if I move down a group, the basic nature of the oxides of those particular metals, they increases. Okay, now what is basically basic oxide? Now when metal reacts with oxygen, they form basic oxide. Why? Because when it reacts with water, it form a base. And non-metal, when react with oxygen, it form a non-metallic oxide, because when it reacts with water, it forms an acid. And what about amphoteric oxide? Amphoteric oxide is an oxide that can act as either an acid or base in a reaction to produce salt and water. Now here I have written metals, and here I have written non-metals. Now what happens to the melting point? MP means melting point, BP means boiling point. If I move down the group, what will happen? The melting point and the boiling point will decrease. And if I move in case of metals, and in case of non-metals, if I move down the group, the melting point and the boiling point increases. Another point is across the period, what will happen to the melting point and boiling point? Across the period, the melting point and the boiling point will increases up to group 14, and then it will decrease. Another concept is density. What is density? Density is M by V. M is mass, V is volume. So density is mass per unit volume. Now down the group, what will happen? The density will increase, and across the period, what will happen? The density will first increase and then it will slightly decrease. Okay, now